There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, like when we are in Disneyland.
So I can share from your Facebook.
No, because it's not working in Facebook. Ladies and gentlemen, oops, boys and girls. I need to. Like when we are. Okay, perfect. So, you know what I'm going to do, Gabriel? When I have the video, I will upload it in Facebook and in your page. So eventually the whole video will be there. Okay, today we are going to have a very interesting conversation with Gabriel, who is a musician, but is not a regular musician. And I would like people to know music is a very important part of my life. Gabriel, when I was maybe 8 years old, my parents sent me to study piano, and I love it. And I learned very quickly. Then I got hold of a harmonica. I started learning on my own. I play the harmonica. I love it too. Later on, my brother started playing guitar. He had a very nice guitar. I grabbed his guitar. I learned on my own to play the guitar. When I was 17, I played in a rock band, the electric bass. When I was about 12 years old, I played the keyboards on TV.
Wow!
on the local TV in the small town that we were living. But music has been very important in my life. And when I started meditating, that was a big change, because the joy that I felt with some type of music, it was fulfilled 100% with the spiritual music that I play with the harmonium. And Gabriel also has a harmonium. But the microphone is yours. I have no clue what I'm going to talk about, but you are a good friend, so I trust you.
Thank you so much, Carlos, for your invitation today. I'm honored to be here because I'm a big fan and I follow your videos. I love what you do, and you are blessed to do what you are doing. So, hi everyone, my name is Gabriel Nohra. I'm an expert in music. I started music at the age of 10. I'm a civil war survivor born in Beirut, Lebanon, and moved to France. And I study music later on in an academic way in France. And music helped me a lot to remove stress, anxiety, trauma, and all those, side effects of civil war. And then later on, performing on stage, playing music all over Europe, Middle East also, I discovered that people, Carlos, they react with the music. They dance, they clap, they cry, and they showed up after the concert and saying, "Oh my God, I love this song. I felt like you wrote this song for me." And I wrote the song for myself at the beginning. You are sitting in your room and you are writing music. So I felt how music is very effective and very helpful also. But we're going to talk today on how the music could be also very bad for people, and how could be used in a bad way or in a good way. So the way I use music, I use the instruments to help people to relax, because the sound is very important for to relax and to improve the sleep, to reduce anger, to improve blood pressure, to reduce depression, to relax the muscle and having less pain. So the music, is everywhere. If we remove the music from our world would be very sad. And our world is sad because there's no music, there's no concerts, there's no joy. So music definitely help to raise the vibration and boost our immune system. So as we eat food for our body, we need to listen to music to feed our soul and to breathe. So for me, music is my oxygen. Yeah. I can't hear you.
I have to turn off my microphone so your sound doesn't come with echo. What I discovered, Gabriel, when I was 16, I started listening to the alternative rock from England, but things like Yes, and even though Pink Floyd is not that, but I felt the spiritual part of that, especially with Yes, that has this album Tales from Topographic Ocean. I don't know if you know, it was inspired in the autobiography of a yogi, of Paramahansa Yogananda. So I was 16 and I was fascinated with that music, and I started my spiritual path when I was 18. So I was feeling the healing importance of music. Now the difference for me, when I start meditating, I listen to music really with my eyes closed, my spine straight, like in meditation posture. And this has been, for the last 4 decades, very important part of my life. So, what is it that you do? You play different instruments and just do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, with you, those amazing.
Oh my God.
So I invite you just to maybe close your eyes and just relax, just enjoy this sound. And you cannot not relax listening to this sound, because this sound is very zen, very peaceful. And the vibration is so pure that you are recharging your vital energy, recharging your body with that. So I discovered those sounds 10 years ago, and I felt in love. So I bought different instruments, different sounds, like this one. And they are all beautiful with mantras. And you know, Carlos, like different frequencies for different chakras, different part of the body. So I mix the sound healing with the hypnotherapy, and the combination of both is very effective, because we are used on the old techniques of therapy to be in the brain only. So the sound is bringing us to our body, and we can hear the music through our skin, through the skin, not really from the ears. So we are absorbing the vibration, because everything is vibration, right? Nikola Tesla mentioned that, and different, the science prove it now. It's not like something. So when I grab my guitar and I play some sounds. So I need to tune my guitar to play. If my guitar is untuned, I cannot play. So our body is similar to an instrument. Some people, they feel like they are sick and they don't feel good because their body need to be tuned. It's like what you do with the Reiki, with the energy healing. The sound is like air that we have, like all the oxygen that we have. We are transmuting this oxygen into a sound, It's like accordion, it's like the harmonium. And we, Carlos, have both the same harmonium, right?
Just bring it on.
Yeah. It says that we can sing it. C'est une chanson qui nous ressemble, toi qui m'aimais, moi qui t'aimais. So, you know, whatever we play on this harmonium is beautiful. The vibration is very high and it's raising the vibration. What can I say about music? I mean, music is my life, and it's part of me. When I stop playing music, I'm sick, and it happened before.
Okay, let me tell you something, Gabriel, because what you just said is so meaningful. There was a monastery in France. I don't remember the name. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you know the story. So a new monk came, I don't know, in the 70s, 80s, and he forbidden to sing the Gregorian chants. And I'm going to sing just a little bit. Kyrie eleison. So those are Gregorian chants. When the monks were forbidden to sing the songs, 95% of them got sick. A French doctor went to see as a patient and started asking, and he realized that the monks got their energy and their healing from singing. So he prescribed to sing the songs again. All of them got healed.
Wow.
There you go. This is so powerful. And it's a simple song just without even instruments. Go ahead.
Yes. So, you know, when we sing, we are using different muscles in our body, and we are using more than 80% of the muscles of our body. When we sing, we are vibrating all over the body. And vibration is very good to remove trauma, stress, and anxiety. So by singing, we are releasing. So whatever I don't mention, it's kind of printed deep inside in my DNA. So by singing, I'm moving the energy and I'm moving the vibration, and it's very good to shake our vibration and not be locked in some emotions, you know, that we keep deep inside. So music help us to remove that. First, singing is very good. Even if you feel like some people say, oh, I don't have a nice voice. Whatever, just sing. Singing in your car, singing in your bathroom. Singing everywhere, because, you know, imagine yourself, you are laying down under a tree and you listen to birds. It's like a harmony, and you feel like in a deep meditation without knowing what to do with the meditation, like just by in a mindfulness way, just listening and enjoying, we go in a deep trance. So music is everywhere in this world. Unfortunately, the music industry took the music to a field where it's very commercial and it's very drums and bass. There's no harmony, there's no melody, there's no rhythm, and all the songs are copy-paste. All the lyrics, or most of them, they are not really deep. They are just mirroring the society. So they are taking from the society and giving to so we are in the same energy. Why mantras are good? Why chanting and all, you know, why the religion used music? They used the music to elevate, to guide people, to connect deep inside, and from the deep inside connect with the cosmos for the better for everyone. Because when we are singing songs hatery and we are not happy and we are like, and with the drums and bass only, we are cutting the connection with other chakras in the body. So we are keeping the first and the second chakra, because the bass, when you go to a nightclub, it's so funny because, I study a lot of stuff and I'm an observer. So when you go to a nightclub, I went to the nightclub, we all went and danced, whatever, and we went party. But when you go to a nightclub, Carlos, you have the beat, you have the bass. So it's saturating your brain at a moment. So you are in deep trance without knowing that you are in a deep trance. Plus, you have the lighting, the laser, all those, the smoke machines. So you are completely hypnotized. And plus, you have the alcohol that people use and overuse sometimes, and ladies. So when somebody just enter in a nightclub, he is already cut from the world and he's in a virtual maybe atmosphere or not natural. And then on the other side, if you go to the nature and you connect with the trees, with the lake, with the rivers, with the sky, with the sunset, we are feeding our body from vitamin D and all those vitamins, listening to birds, listening to the sounds in the nature, the leaves, the wind, all these elements.
Gabriel, I would love you to get your guitar and play something and sing in French. I love when you play. I love it's just to make this practical so people understand what you are talking about.
For sure, yeah. So I will play a composition. Il y a des secrets, des choses qu'on raconte à personne. Je veux te les confier avant que la cloche sonne. Bien des fois, j'ai besoin de quelqu'un pour lui parler de mon chagrin. J'ai besoin d'un repère quand je ferme mes paupières. Tinta habibi, انت الحب الباقي بقلبي. اوه انت حبيبي، انت الحب الساكن بقلبي حبيبي. It was a mix between Arabic and French, yes. So all French songs are kind of love songs, you know that.
Well, this is what we are looking for always. And even Gabriel, if you just play the guitar, just the guitar by itself, it's so beautiful.
Definitely.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Like, Carlos, I choose this guitar because it's a Spanish guitar. It's a guitar from Spain. So what I like in my group session is I ask people to choose their instruments. So some people, they choose, for example, those carillons, those beautiful sounds. Other people, for example, will choose this drum. And I tell them, like, just play. So by choosing their instruments, they connect with the substance, and they connect with the texture. And I really love sounds because I study film scoring. So composing music for movies is beautiful. So, for example, tell me, when you listen to that sound, tell me what you feel. Or what do you imagine, Carlos?
This is some kind of suspense, something you don't know what is going on, kind of.
Yeah. It's like kind of storm and wind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a bunch of like weird instruments because it's good to translate the emotion into a sound. Sometimes you have people, they don't know how to express. For example, they come to see you for a session and they start crying. And sometimes by playing a sound, people, they start crying because they don't feel like talking about it. But with the sound that I play with this instrument or another one, I'm tapping on the right place. And usually I'm very, very intuitive, very spontaneous. And with a specific sound, we can heal and rectify things. So sometimes we don't need to talk. Sometimes I tell them that it's not me, it's the sound, and the music will fill in the gap.
I am just wondering, because I love music so much, I love instruments, I love the singing bowls, and I am trying to make the connection. You have seen my video on the healing from the inside out, that at the end, what we do in energy healing is connect with the source of energy. But when you were playing the singing bowls, even the guitar, what I feel is that my brain calms down, there are no thoughts, and I start feeling the connection with the spirit. That's what I am experiencing, and I am telling you right now. So in my understanding, for me, when my mind, my monkey mind, stops thinking and unnecessary things, and with that sound, I come down and I reconnect with the spirit for the time that I am listening to that music.
When you say reconnecting with the spirit, what do you mean by that?
I feel the energy. I feel the peace. I feel the joy. I know that everyone is different, but this is what, because I was thinking before, why is it that music is so healing? And then when you start playing the singing bowl, I said, maybe I need a sound music, but that I always resisted because I always think, okay, I have great healer friends and I can do it. But when you did that, what I experience is my mind that has been so active lately, so active, instantly went in this state of peace. I say, oh my God, maybe I need more of this. So this is my experience, and everyone is different. What do you think?
You are welcome. You are welcome. I know a good guy. You are welcome. I'm here, and I would love to offer you a session. You know, I'm somebody very. I used to be a lot into my mind because we are educated to be intellectual. So a lot of people are too much into their mind, and they are walking beside their body. They are not in their body. So the sound is helping to align the energy. So usually when I do private session, the person is laying down and I'm putting all the instruments around the person, on the tummy, and I fixed cases that doctors couldn't fix. And I have to mention that. So I had doctors calling me, and we have this case and we have that. We don't know what it is. We tried these pills and those. So what can you do with your magical thing? And actually, it's not magical. It's very proved that we are vibration, we are frequencies, and you can feel it if you are with somebody that you don't like the vibration because there's no connection at all. And sometimes when you are sitting with somebody that you like, you can spend hours talking, laughing, and you feel with ease even without talking. And sometimes you're sitting with somebody you don't like and you keep talking because you are just, you need to, to be with that person or to talk and to socialize, So the sound, as you mentioned, Carlos, sometimes we are too much into our mind and the sound is connecting us to our body. And the first civilization, like the Africans, they create the drums. They are the first people creating the drums, and they dance and they go in a deep trance, dancing around the fire, playing djembe and percussions. The blues, when those Africans came to US, to America, they brought with them a kind of music and they work on that kind of music to make it blues, jazz, and later on rock. So all the music is expressing people's feeling. So if we stop the music, we are killing the feeling and the human being that we have deep inside. And
since you're mentioning that if we kill the music, but there is another thing that I want to mention. There are people who are so restless that they need a background music all the time when they are driving, they are working, just to calm the mind. So we need to be watchful of this. I remember this friend of mine, she told me, I always listen to music when I drive. But one day I took her to a spiritual event. She met some people that she had never imagined he was going to meet. And when we were driving back to my home, she left her car in my place. She was really quiet. And the next day she told me, when I drove back from your home to my home, I was so at peace and uplifted by the spiritual experience that we had in that meeting that I forgot to turn on the music.
Wow.
So I hardly listen to music. I listen when I am driving. I listen to classical music. Well, actually, my car is so old that I cannot put CDs or connect my iPhone. But I like that. If I wanna, I do it. But to classical music. But when I listen to the radio, it's because my mind is too restless. So I use the music to calm my body, especially my mind. That's what meditation does. Calm the mind so we can put our concentration in something higher. And everything you have done, I mean, I always love your music, your guitar, the singing bowls, and things like that. So this is what I perceive, is the calming the mind that connects us with the energy of the Creator. That's
and you know that it's elevating the mood also. So sometimes you feel like bad mood. So I invite people to put music in the hospital. If they play music for the patient, everybody will be zen, everybody will be happy. In like all the doctors should play music in there. So classical music is a is a music connected to the brain, classical music. So you have to understand it. The Indian music is the music coming from the soul, like the harmonium. So where you feel the sound, you hear it, and you go. And Middle Eastern music is the music that vibrates the soul. The Spanish music. So when I I have to play a rasguado, aquí. Only the rasguado is you feel like you want to dance and you want to do play the flamenco. So we can see that with a little, like couple of notes, we can switch the mood. So I really invite people seriously to take the music in a serious way, because the radio stations I mean, I'm not judging, I'm just observing. Media use the music for advertising, marketing, and being very selective on music, but this is not the right music. And now we are in a path, we are changing, and we need to we need to be how can I say active in this change. And music is also has his place. Artists, they should sing. Yeah, go ahead.
That's perfect what you said, but what you were saying about the radios, we also have to be watchful, as you said, that you observe. Many times, music is done on purpose to induce a subliminal message that is not healthy. For example, I have this client, the mother brought her daughter, 30 years old, and the daughter, she's blind. But she started listening to these guys in this particular language that is not English. And the mother told me, when my daughter started listening to that, she started having the most strange actions and reactions. And when she came and I scanned her, I find toxic connections that comes from the music. And then I asked the mother, what is the name of the band? And I listen to them, and it's terrible. So there are many people, and you as a hypnotherapist, you mentioned the other day when we were in the Zoom with these two other women, and right now people are hypnotized with things that they don't even realize. So music can influence us for good or for bad, and we need to be watchful what is the things that are not healthy for us. So I have a question for you. When you mention that people are hypnotized, what does it mean being hypnotized? Is it subconscious, the conscious mind? What is it?
So, I love this technique and do it in a good way with work ethics. So everything, if you watch the word, everything is hypnosis. Because we are a human being, we are influenced, we are sensitive, and we listen, and when we listen we are suggested. So we are what we listen. So they told me to drink milk because milk is very good for blah 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 blah. So I was like running to buy milk. And back in Lebanon during the Civil War we had like powder milk, so my mother like used the powder milk to do. So when I traveled to France I say, oh, milk from the cow, like liquid. And then by reading, I was like, milk is not really good for a human being. So we are suggestible. In the music, sometimes I want to tell you, Carlos, it's not subliminal messages. It's direct. With the music videos, with the dancers, and I love dancing, but they used music to connect to bad spirits and bad entities. So music is a bridge. So whatever you put on that bridge, you can guide people to God, to the the all this creation in this universe, to the nature, connecting people to their soul, or they can lose their soul. By listening to some music, they can lose their soul. And as I mentioned, on a piano, we have 88 notes. So we have different frequencies. The lower frequency are for the lower chakra. The highest frequency on the piano are for the highest chakras. So when you listen to a music and there's only bass, for example, it's connecting you to the root chakra. And they are killing the harmony and killing the other frequencies. That's why, for example, if I play this sound right now, and you will tell me what do you feel, which chakra is it, and so just let's play with that. Okay. Where did you felt it? Your microphone.
I'm sorry. What I felt is I like the big balls because I feel them here.
Yeah.
I feel it in my heart. That it was more here in.
Exactly. So this one is third eye.
Ah, no wonder. I felt the energy there.
So, yeah, the crown and third eye. So each note is on different part of the body. And if we connect to the Chinese medicine, there's more than 100 spots in the body that you can connect frequencies. It's like acupuncture. So, okay, let's play another sound.
Gabriel, when a client comes for a session, whether it's in person or at a distance, or do you let the client entirely choose his or her instruments, or you guide them according to what you see, the personality, your intuition?
Okay, so I have a very funny story. One day, I had a client coming to my healing center in France, and I was so happy with the Tibetan bowl that I brought from Bali. So I was like playing it the whole day for everybody, and that guy has abilities, has psychic abilities, and he said like, you have 20 Tibetan bowl. Like I had like even the biggest one that you can stand in it. And I play, I'll bring it here. I will ship it here because it's still there overseas. And this one is beautiful because it's a sound bath. The sound is washing you. And he told me, this guy is a channel and he felt the energies and he connect. And he said like, whenever you play those instruments, there's a monk beside you. And this is what I saw. And he's telling you, change your instruments. Stop playing that one. You are playing that one for everybody. And I say, really? I just bought it from Bali. I traveled like 3 days. I'm so happy. And the sound is beautiful. And I think you're going to share with me that the sound is beautiful. I will play it. Isn't it beautiful? So to answer your question, when I do with a group, it's more an active session. So I ask people, hey, check those instruments and just discover. So people start picking, oh, I like this one. Oh, this one, I feel it here, or I feel it there. Okay, oh, I love the design. Oh, I love it. So they are already in a deep trance by choosing the instrument, connecting with the instrument, and sometimes they have a message from the instrument. So when they play the sound, in their mind, they feel something connected to a chapter in their life. And they play it again, and then we stop the music and we share together. So one day I had that woman, because I did a lot of workshop in Beirut, Lebanon, for people who have stress and anxiety. And she chose like something similar to that one. She played and say, oh, no, I cannot. Oh, I cannot handle it. This is too peaceful for me. This is too much Zen. This is not me. I need an instrument like, and believe me or not, at the end of the workshop, she didn't want to leave. She was like staying with the Tibetan monk saying, I like it. Finally, I like it.
This is just a wild guess, Gabriel, because I have a similar story. Last year, a woman came for a healing session, and she was very standoffish. So I scanned her and I found entities, human attachment, spirit attachment, but human beings in spirit means people without body. I put my hands on her head and she started like complaining. And then I asked her, because of the kind of human spirit attachments, I knew that there is a great chance that she was hearing voices, which is not a healthy sign. And so in the very first position, I asked her, do you hear voices? And she said, yes. At the end of the session, she told me, Carlos, I was following your videos in Facebook, and I don't like your videos because you talk about God and you are too calm. And what was happening, and this is my wild guess on your client, when those spirits are controlling a person, because this is something very well known in energy healing, they reject the things from the light. So that woman came, she never heard voices again. And she came 2 more times, she brought me several clients, and it was incredible with the healing that she had. But she told me, I've been hearing voices since I was a little girl. And you can imagine the release. But those spirits were commanding her not to come and reject everything that is connected with God. So yes. This is my opinion. Yeah. So yeah. You did a great job, actually.
Yes, the thing is, those sounds are so harmonious and they are so well done in a way. And as I mentioned for the guitar, and let me do this demonstration. So for example, okay, here we can hear the sound is very harmonious. And we feel in peace. Okay, so I'm gonna do something that I did before online. I'm gonna untune my guitar. And you're gonna understand that if your body is untuned, you are not happy. If your body is untuned, you don't digest very well, for example, or you don't sleep very well. So I'm gonna play the same notes, Carlos. Okay, so now you understand more that I cannot play on this instrument or compose any music, any song, because this guitar is untuned. So
it's very interesting, this example, because spiritually, God, we should be a channel from God's energy to work through us. How on earth this energy will manifest on us if we are out of whack?
Exactly. So so we vibrate. So check your vibration. So this is fear and this is love. And you have people like Carlos, like me, like other people who can help you to raise up your energy and boost your vital energy. So when I'm locked here in this fear, I'm locked to those notes, those frequencies. And I need to tune my guitar. You will tell me, Gabriel, stop playing. This is not nice. Because you need to tune your guitar before. So by tuning my mind, that's why I use hypnotherapy. So listen to that story. One day I had somebody who had 85 years old. He showed up with his daughter. And she told me, my father is not sleeping well. He's all the time worried. I don't understand what's going on. I said, is he sick? I said, no, he's not sick, but overthinking, obsessive thoughts. So I did a session, actually 3 sessions, because I go by 3 sessions. And he told me, you deshypnotized me. I was completely hypnotized by my thoughts, my images, because our brain can jump from the past to the future and bringing us fear from the past, and we can project stress to the future, and we are not here and now. So we are all the time jumping. And yeah, what do you think? You want to mention something?
No, of course. It's so important to be in the present. I was talking to a friend of mine, beautiful soul, and she was telling me we need to do an effort to live in the present moment, because in the times that we are living, we could fall down on fear, on anxiety, stress from the future, and this is very dangerous. We could fall into fear, and we don't make the right decisions. And music, definitely, the appropriate music will help us. And the appropriate music is a very huge range. For example, I love the flamenco music. If you remember the group, the alternative rock from England, yes, they have some solos in Spanish guitar that are sublime. They are really beautiful. I love the music of the in English it's like a folk music, the music from the Bolivia, Peru. I play also the siku, this a lot of little flutes that you play.
Nice.
Yeah, that I have like 5, 6, 7 flutes from the regular recorder. And
okay, so I challenge you. We have to do a live later on and playing some music together and chanting also.
Okay, we are going to give an introduction. We don't need no vaccination.
Don't take me to this. Now, I just want to say that music is used everywhere in jingles, on radios, on TV, and it's important now to reconnect with the ancient music, to the real source of music, the Egyptian, the Greek, all the ancient civilization, the Peruvian. They use sounds elevating with the drum, with the flute, with the sitar, all those sounds boosting our energy. So especially now, people are tired about what happened, and especially now, media are overcharging people by fear, and this is too much. And people, they are becoming a copy, like an antenna of that stress, anxiety, fear, whatever. They are like antennas, and just like the Wi-Fi, sending this frequency to a person to another. So don't stay alone if you feel like having this stress or anxiety. Connect with a practitioner, connect with an expert who can help you. I'm ready to offer a mini session, discovery session, Carlos, if somebody is online looking to discover and to understand, just to have an idea about it.
So for people listening, I know the answer, but Gabriel's sessions of hypnotherapy and music healing can be done online, and actually you have such a good microphone that I have a decent speakers. I don't have the greatest speaker, but I have and it's beautiful, the sound. I can hear the guitar very well, the singing voice very, very well. So it's not. I don't see much difference of listening in person than here online.
I mean, that's why I invested in a good equipment, because I compose music, so I have my recording studio, and people will feel the same feeling that they are here with me. So I do sessions through Zoom to help people, and usually my session is split between the mindfulness techniques. I have more than 800 program, and the sounds and the music. The music is very helpful to guide people, because sometimes they are too much into their brain and they need to be grounded and to be connected to their body. So we do also some tapping exercises on some meridians, just to reconnect with the body and to boost their energy. Yeah.
When you mentioned the 800 programs that I heard you saying that many times, can you explain a little bit more what does it mean? What is it that you use?
Yeah. So, Carlos, sometimes we have ideas and we keep them in our mind, and they end up reality for us, and we end up like acting like that. So I remember that person. She's managing a bank agency. She asked me for a session. So we start doing the session, and then she told me, Gabriel, this is part of me. Stress is my personality. I cannot be Zen. I have to stress everybody so everybody can go and work faster. I have to stress them. So I have to be stressed. So now it's not good because you are helping me to remove stress. So I won't be myself. So you understand now how sometimes ideas, we have them in some smokers, they tell me, this is me, I smoke. And I used to smoke 20 years ago. So in one session, we can remove cigarettes or the USB thing, the vaping, I call it USB, but the vaping thing. So those programs are to help people to fix stuttering, insomnia, some body pain, because we are relaxing the mind, and so everything is related to the body from the mind with nerves. So when we calm down this area, all the body chill and relax. I have also like more fun stuff like millionaire mindset, like how to have this work ethics, ideas, focusing, more structure. So I help also entrepreneurs and businessmen in their business. I help also women sometimes after a divorce, they don't feel good and they feel that their half is split in two. So I help them to recover. I do also weight loss with the hypnosis is very effective because I work on emotional eater. So people who has this problem of like they get bored or they like sugar, they are addicted to chocolate or addicted to salted stuff, like snacks and chips and stuff. So I can help them in one session just to fix and remove this bad habit, because we all have this bad habit of, I don't know, for me, my bad habit is playing music. So I have other bad habits probably, but when you repeat doing something, it becomes a habit. Driving is a habit, biking also. So they are deeply stored in our subconscious. So our conscious mind is 5% of our real potential. Some people call it subconscious. I call it the soul, because sometimes when I do session with people, I feel like I'm talking to them soul, not subconscious or conscious. Because for me, there's no left brain and right brain. It's just an image, They mention like left brain is the mathematical part and right brain is the creative. For me, when we scan a pianist, you can see that right brain is working and left brain is working. A drummer, because so there's no creativity, only this side and that side. Anyway, but for me, I have a lot of different way of thinking concerning the modern therapy. But it's very important now to mix, and this is what I did before, and this is what I'm doing, and I will do. For example, like when somebody come to me, we do a session. And I feel like this person needs a massage. And you say, go and check a massage therapist and heal your body, help your body to relax with the massage. Because you need, in a kinesthetic way, to relax your body. If I feel they need energy healing, I will send them to Carlos, for example, or to an energy healer to treat them. So the treating is not only mind or body, so it's all of this. It's also, if for example somebody come and see me and he's spending all the time watching TV, he's canceling my session by watching TV. So if the media is bringing you fear, stop the media, stop watching media. You have the power to say yes or no.
Let me tell you a story. I had this client, she came for one session, then she came for the second session, and no progress. All the toxic energies were there. So I asked her, what is your life like? Well, I wake up, this is what happened. All of a sudden, she was very nervous, always in her head. And she tells me, that was before the crisis, maybe 2 years ago. Did you hear the news of this shooting or this murder? No, I don't watch the news. Well, I wake up and I watch 1 hour of the murders news. At noon in my work, I watch another hour of these murder things, and before going to sleep, another hour. Can you imagine the state of that mind?
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember when I traveled to Dubai to see my cousins, I met a friend, and he said, "You're gonna sleep here, you're gonna stay at home. No, don't go to the hotel. You traveled from France, you're gonna stay at home." So we canceled the hotel and I stayed at home. And he literally sleep with the radio. So when you sleep with the radio, you are just recording everything. And we are hypnotized from our little childhood, but don't do this, don't do that, you are not good in math, you are bad in I don't know what, and you are good in this. These are suggestions. And the kids, they are open book from 0 to 10. So they absorb everything. And that later on, it's very hard to work on that, just to remove those limited beliefs. So we act now as we were told to do yesterday. And I'm paying today what I did yesterday. And my tomorrow will be like I'm acting today. So this is very important for people to understand. And they mention, I'm afraid about hypnosis. But you are hypnotizing yourself by your thoughts. So this is...
Yeah, and now explain the hypnotherapy process more, because even though I have read, I have heard, what is it that in hypnotherapy is changed? The subconscious pattern, for example, that we have in our brain?
So the hypnosis, I love this technique. I train it. I'm a trainer. And so there's different parts in the hypnosis. We call it hypnosis, but we can call it like mindfulness. And I'm sure that one day they will change the name of it. Anyway, because hypnosis is sleep in Greek, is sleep. So we need to bring the person in the mindset relaxed, so relaxed. And you know that by the meditation, because you do meditation. So we have levels, beta, alpha, theta. And the more we go deeper, the easy we can create imagery in our mind, and we can create our new reality. So for example, somebody who did an accident and he got traumatized because somebody died in front of him, or just traumatized from the accident. So during this session, I'm gonna dive deep with this person like he's watching TV. And I'm gonna use this metaphor because I'm gonna dissociate this person from the accident so he can watch it on TV and he can kind of modify this image, make it black and white, and make it maybe like a chapter. And I will help him to dissociate emotions from that. Because having this trauma, he can't sleep, for example. For somebody else, eating a lot of sugar, we're gonna reconnect stuff because sugar is related to our childhood. Or somebody who is drinking a lot of alcohol. Alcohol is sugar. And sugar is related also to our childhood. So people are bringing sweetness to their life. They want to be sweet, but they don't know how to be sweet with themselves. So they are bringing external thing, put it inside. It's like drug, it's like weed, it's like different substance that people, they run to get it to calm down this fear deep inside. So what if I offer you now a very natural, non-invasive technique that can help you without spending your money on external stuff?
What you just said is crucial. The external stuff. We are brainwashed by society to feel better looking for external things, going to the movies, watching TV, being on the internet all the time, taking things that will make us feel better. But in reality, look, I want to read, Gabriel, what I found today. In this guy, which is very wise guy, so I stole it from his post, and says like this: the best kept secret of medicine is that the body heals itself if we create the right conditions and stop doing the things that cause the sickness in the first place. But the thing is, our body has the capability to heal itself. Absolutely. But it's not true that we need to put things from inside, that this cream, that this food, we need to eat it right, but we need to look inside also.
Exactly. And there's two things very important, and I'm so glad that we connected together, Carlos, and thank you so much for your invitation. I appreciate that. Energy healing, the work that you do is crucial now, is absolutely a priority for people to fix their energy. What I'm doing with the sound is very important because the sound don't lie. The sound is here and you heard the sound. It's just fixing, connecting the brain, connecting the nerves, relaxing the body. Hypnotherapy is very helpful because we are reprogramming in a linguistic way. You ask me how we do and what is the process. The process is I spend the pre-talk time with the person telling me really the target, the intention of the session, and then I do the induction, the relaxation part, and then I created 800 programs with deep treatment, very structured, and I guide them through this structure to fix what they want to fix. And then I wake them up. And actually, they are not sleeping. They are here just relaxing, closing their eyes. They can open their eyes anytime they want. You know, I do also deeper hypnosis. And I can show you if you want. If you want to, can we share screens together? Not really. Okay, unmute yourself. You have to unmute yourself, Carlos. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Unmute yourself.
Yes, I just put you, I allow you to share the screen. Go ahead.
Okay, so I will show you just to share something related to hypnotherapy. I will show you now rapid inductions. So how people go in a deep trance, but don't do it at home. This is just a presentation.
When you put your screen, just give me a few seconds. I will show your presentation in the whole screen.
Okay, I can send you the link if you want. You can share it.
That would be even faster and better, easier for me. If you put it in the chat, I screw it up. Okay, you're sharing the screen. That's fine. Let me change to the screen. Desktop number 1. Just a second, Gabriel.
Sure.
I see that you are in the video. Okay, go ahead. It's in the whole screen. Go ahead.
So I'm going to explain. Here we have rapid inductions. So some people, they are very stressed, extremely stressed, and they cannot relax with the traditional meditation or like normal relaxation. So they ask to feel this feeling of deep relaxation with this rapid induction. So as you can see, Carlos, here she's gonna go in a deep trance in a few seconds. This is another person. And she's gonna go in a deep trance in a couple of minutes. And then we can do the session in itself to stop smoking, stop alcohol or procrastination, or some people or some students, they have fears by night, some kids, they cannot sleep, or students not focusing on their exams. So this is extremely rapid here. In a couple of seconds, he's already in a deep trance. You can see his eyes. He barely can open them, and boom, just relaxing deeper and deeper. Also here another person. So I ask to, sometimes stress on the body and just relax it, stress it and relax it. It will help to guide the person in a deep trance. And then they will wake up with a smile, laughing, everything is okay, very happy, and more relaxed. Because sometimes some people, they are too much into their brain. And when we are in a relaxation, meditation, as you can see, she's very happy to be there. She don't want to open her eyes. But nothing dangerous about it. The person can sleep. That's it. And wake up later on. But here I'm guiding her to wake up. That's it. I stopped sharing my screen. Okay. I can't hear you.
Okay, I am just getting back to... Okay, got it back.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I just wanted to share like rapid inductions. I usually don't...
Listen music from your side.
Oh, okay.
The way it's beautiful, the music. It's done.
Sorry.
It was very nice, piano and a kind of flute,
yes.
oboe. Oh my God, but do you do any mental thing to get that relaxation so quickly? I was impressed.
Yeah, so it's a technique also. It's mastering the technique of hypnotherapy. Not everybody can do that because actually in the hypnosis is very important, the induction and also like waking up people correctly. Because usually they take the car and they drive. So we have to be sure that we close the subconscious and we don't leave the window open, when we leave the house. We close the windows and we leave the house. So this is what I do.
Yeah, let me just mention that what you just said is extremely important in healing and in spirituality and meditation. When what Gabriel just said, or Gabriel just said, leave
Gabriel.
Gabriel, in plain Spanish, leave the window open means leave the mind open to anything which are spirit, other consciousness and energy to take possession of us. This is why when we meditate, we never leave the mind open. And when we do energy healing, we don't even think about it. The client is always in possession of his or her consciousness. So this is very important that Gabriel, as a hypnotherapist, mentioned that we do not leave any door open for unhealthy things to take over us.
Yeah. But Carlos, it's very important what you mentioned, but it's also hard for some people, and I can understand that some people who are like in a pain or suffering, they are just like, they want help and they accept anything. So when you put people in a fear, they accept anything so this is it actually. This is why we are talking about like take back your power, reconnect with yourself and listen to yourself. Stop listening to external suggestions because people will get completely lost and it will be Babylon. So we have to reconnect with our energy, reconnecting with ourselves. And go ahead. You want to say something?
Have you ever, talking about this important subject, not to leave the mind open to external things, have you ever had clients that were listening to voices?
I had that. I wanted to mention it, but maybe it's too much for people listening. I don't know, for the people who are listening. So yeah, I had somebody who had like cancer, throat cancer, She used to be a rock star, and so a lot of alcohol, a lot of a lot of like crazy things. And she showed up for a session, and she wanted me like to heal her in one session with the music therapy. So we did this session, but she told me like during the whole session, I was listening to voices and like mockery, and they were here like he. So we did this session. She felt much better after it, but she told me that she were hearing voices. So yeah, sometime when we are in this fear vibration, the lowest vibration, and not love, definitely we are weak. And what do you think about that?
I know for a fact that those are spirits. But the spirits that people connect are very low astral or very low energy spirits. They are not healthy. So everybody who listens to voices is connected. That means open his or her energy field to the incoming influence of an spirit. Because God doesn't talk to people. The energy of God gives us suggestions. I don't know, people say that they connect with angels. I don't recommend anything because there is not a science to connect with that. But never listening to voices. So those people have been very low, like you said in the rock, in the music, when they use drugs, alcohol, they weaken their energy body, their energy field or astral body so much. They thin that veil between our material world with the spirit world, and these spirits can see that because they are in the spirit world and they take possession of that. But the interesting thing, Gabriel, that those spirits are very weak. So for us, it's very easy to make them go away. However, our client has to do the homework: stop the drugs, stop the alcohol, and stop communicating with things. Because some people, they believe that connecting with these voices is okay, and it's not.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. So, for awakening, for this, so when we mention spirit is soul, and we all have our soul, and we all have our energy connected to the biggest energy, which is God. So we are a flame from the fire. There is no woo-woo things. It's not, I don't know what. This is, we human being, we have this vital force. To move my arm, I need a vital force. And this vital force is through eating, but not only. It's also what I'm listening to. If I'm listening to bad stuff the whole day, definitely my body will be like stressed. If I practice sports, if I go walking, do some stretching, a little bit of yoga, a little bit of breathing, definitely I will feel much better. So I want to end up maybe our conversation today with this, that the awareness, the awakening, it's on 3 levels. Sometimes people get sick, and by getting sick, it's a signal to take them to another level, to awake. And this is what's happening now on planet Earth. Some people are getting sick, and they are going beyond this sickness and awakening. Sometimes it's coming by accident. I have a lot of my clients, they get an accident, car accident, and they wake up. And they have to stay like 7 months, even 1 year, 2 years. I have a friend like 3 years, laying down in a bed. I can tell you that he's very spiritual now.
Gabriel, you just mentioned something that is so awesome. I learned from a great healer friend of mine, and she told me energy blockages are an informational issue, a toxic informational issue. The purpose is getting stronger, like if we have fear, to bring more fear, and the goal is to destroy us with sickness and accident. Last month, I went to a friend to a demonstration against this global thing that is not helping us. And when we were just leaving the place, the concentration, I see a young guy walking without a shirt, and without a mask, and I don't know what I told him. So he stopped. We were conversation with my conversing, talking with my friend, and he told me in November last year he was in his skateboard. He was in his late 20s, early 30s. He was in a neighborhood here in Los Angeles area, crossing a street, and the car started moving. So he grabbed himself from a big truck. The skateboard went under the
Truck, yeah.
the tire of the truck. He fell down, hit his head. Blood started flowing like from a faucet. But he started meditating. He decided to start meditation. This is what happened. He was a heavy crystal meth and another drug user. But he started meditating because he didn't want that life anymore. And after that accident, he showed us the video, Gabriel. He showed us the video, and we finished now. The doctors told him, "We cannot believe how quickly you are recovering." It's because with his meditation, daily practice, and with the mind trying to heal, he healed so fast. And when we couldn't believe, when we saw the guy, he was just perfectly healed after just 3 months or 4 months of the accident. It was unbelievable. And he showed us all the cuts. So there is the things with accidents. We can heal faster, not to wait, as you said, 6 months, a year, or 10 years.
Yes, and sometimes with pain. So we experience pain. Sometimes with separation, divorce, traveling. I was somebody like losing his job, and you feel like, oh, I lost my job, and then 2 weeks later you say, I'm so lucky I lost my job, because for me, like, I'm opening a new door. Yeah. So these are 3 points that if you go through these experiences, it's positive. It's not negative. It's maybe negative for the moment, but you will see in 1 month or 2, you will open your eyes to something new. So sometime God forces us to do something so we can learn and step into awareness. Stepping into awareness is now, it's not tomorrow. And today is the time to act and not to react. So,
Gabriel, I really want to invite you that one day you do a sound bath healing, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes before my healing sessions. But just that, the talk is done. And when we do that, it's for English, Spanish, for any language.
Thank you so much.
I really would love people to experience what is a sound bath. For people who are listening on the phone, they put a good earphones so they can listen to the full range of music. But if we can do that, something 15 minutes, 20 minutes, that will be phenomenal.
With pleasure.
Okay.
Always here. Thank you so much, Carlos.
Thank you so much, Gabriel. And I will put your information in the video, and I will upload the video to my Facebook pages that they didn't go through because I have a technical, and I'll send you the video so you put in your page.
I just want to mention something. I created a group on Facebook, the Healthy Alpha Man. The Healthy Alpha Man. It's a group only for men, because also men need information and they are curious to understand, and they are more sensitive to the energy world. So they are welcome to join this group. I have another group, Gabriel Mind Detox.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to type it right now. So in Facebook, the Healthy Alpha Man. Men.
This is the group.
The singular, man.
Yeah.
This is the Facebook, and the other is
It's on Facebook, Gabriel Mind Detox. So Gabriel with 1 L.
Mind Detox.
And they can find me at Gabriel Nohra, Nohra.
Is he in Facebook too?
Too, yeah.
Okay, I just put that.
Thank you so much.
So
they can ask me any question.
Yeah, but later on I will get the 2 links and add it in the video, in the description, and in the comments.
Sure.
Thank you so much, Gabriel. I really appreciate it, and we keep in touch.
Sure. Bye-bye.
Okay. I ended the video already.
Oh.